Hi folks, how is everyone? Welcome to episode number 2 of YarnAdelaide. I'm Nicole. What is it? Sunday, the 6th of December. It's a stinking 40 degrees outside, so what better way to spend a Sunday afternoon in the indoors of your home and the aircon flat out and do a podcast. It's really hot out there at the moment. And Christmas is almost here, which is a bit exciting. Having 3 kids, you kind of get excited for them until you go shopping and get the visa bill next month, but don't have to worry about that yet. So all is good. Today we'll see my works in progress, my finished objects, what tickles my fancy or what I have acquired in acquisitions over the last couple of weeks, all yarn related, and what's going on at the Hand Knitters Guild of South Australia, which I'm Vice President of. We're finished up for the year, so I'll tell you a little bit about that later with our Christmas show that we had yesterday. And I've got so we'll get, and what I'm going to be casting on soon. So yeah, let's get started. My current works in progress are, where am I? Okay, so as I said in my last episode, I didn't like shawls, and then I decided to knit a shawl for my mum for Christmas, and I like shawls again, so I've knitted myself one as well. This is the Zaria shawl, which is by, what's her name, Shannon Squire. It was published in the online Knitty blog magazine in winter 2013. So yeah, I've made it in J-wool sock is the bottom part, and I've got the Painting Dreamtime Merino baby yarn that I won as one of the Royal Show prizes this year. It's not next year yet. In a real dark grey, so it looks quite nice. I was going to do a mauvey colour, which was similar to the mauve in here, but it didn't quite tonally go together. So I got opinions from my friends from my Monday night knitting group that I go to at the Modbury Hotel, and they suggested that I start with the darker grey. So yeah, I'm really happy with it, except as the one that I did for my mum, which you'll see in my finished objects, I'm having issues with the lace again, just being absent-minded and not doing the repetitive sequence properly, and yeah, so but that's all good. Now also I came across some Game of Thrones inspired socks, which I love the series. So I'm all a bit excited for next April, as I'm sure many of the fans are. But I'm doing some Melisandre socks. Now, who knits them? I was supposed to do that in my notes, and I never got to that part. But yeah, they're Melisandre, as in the Red Woman from Game of Thrones, and they're done in Moseley Park. Now, I couldn't find the tag. I've just been searching up and down for the tag to tell you what colour it is, and I can't find it anywhere, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. It is a really groovy colour. That's the sole of the foot there, and it's got maroni reds, purple, bright fuchsia pink, and some pale pink with some mauve in there. So kind of all my favourite colours all screaming at each other, which I kind of dig on, and nice and bright. The hot pink is a lot more fuchsia intense than what it's showing up on the screen, but it is very good. And I'm using my Knit Picks or Knit Pro Symphony 2.5mm double pointed little short sock needles, and it's got a sock ruler that I purchased at the Mount Pleasant Fibre Festival from Kathy's Fibres, and they're really good for measuring. And yeah, so you can see that it is 7¼ inches at the moment, or that makes it 18 centimetres. Yeah, only thing that it doesn't do is have the shoe sizes on it, which I'm sure you can put there yourself, which I am yet to do. So I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the only 2 projects that I am working on concurrently, I guess. Yeah, because when the lace bores me, I go over to the socks, but I need to sort of sit down. Usually at night I do the socks because I have to concur with a chart on my tablet and then count the rows with the app on my phone. So I need some quiet time, otherwise my little 15-month-year-old she wants to pull it all down and go look for the photos on the phone or the tablet and have a giggle at herself. Yeah. So yeah. So with my finished objects, again, the Zaria shawl for my mum. So it's all done. It's not very big. This one I did it to the needle specifications, and with the one that I'm doing for myself, it's a bit bigger, but I only went up half a needle size because this I think is done in 3.5mm needles, and I did this in 4mm needles only because the J-wool sock yarn was a bit stiff, and because it's a virgin wool, it needed to relax a little bit more for a shawl. If it was in socks, well, you do it much smaller needles, but yeah, I wanted it to relax a little bit more, to be drapey around your neck, so I went up a size, and it's a lot bigger than what Mum's shawl is. So, but which I was going to fudge it a little bit for mine to make it bigger anyway, so that's kind of worked out well. So anyway, back to Mum's. So that was done with Kathy's Fibres. What is hers? Hers was her superwash merino and nylon mix in YarnAdelaide, and it's got a little gold fleck, stellina fleck through it, which I don't think you can see very well. But yeah, it gives it a bit of bling. And then I've got the paint Nile, Payton's Paint Nile, which is again is another sock yarn, and yeah, I think they go quite nice together, and they feel quite nice as well. So yeah, that's all done, ready to be wrapped and put under the tree for my mama bear. Also, another Christmas gift is sock head hat, which I made for Elijah's teacher. It's a bit slouchy, and that was done in Bendigo Woolen Mills luxury 4-ply in, I think it's blue denim, because I didn't have a tag with it when I acquired this yarn. I only had a look on the chart to see what it was, and I think it's blue denim. But yeah, that's really nice. I'd like to dive into my big tub of sock yarn and find something a bit variegated to knit another one later on, because yeah, it's a nice easy go-to pattern, and slouchies are always good. Also, I have finished, well, it was finished, all it needed doing was blocking and having the ends sewn in, and this is a maple leaf little shawl. It's quite little, and that's done in Stranded in Oz, which is another little independent dyer based in Adelaide. That's in her merino singles lace weight yarn. I can't remember what colour it is. It's a nice pink, nice sort of deepish pink, and then it has slight variegation, which I love. I really dig on a semi-solid, and it just, yeah, it gives it that individualness. So it has little tonal bits of lighter pink and then a little bit darker, so it goes into almost red. Rosy red comes to mind, but I don't know. Melissa will have to tell me. I'm sure she will if she watches my podcast. Yeah, so that was little one that goes around here, but it won't get used at the moment and it's already feeling very hot on me. But yeah, something quite cute for winter. And then yeah, I know it was sat in my chest, sitting by the couch where I do a lot of my knitting, and it sat there just needing to be blocked for many months, but I finally finished it to put in the One Skein Wonder challenge that we had, or competition that we had at Guild yesterday with our Christmas party. I think that is all my finished objects. So I had a couple, which is good. Yeah, now we can go on to what I have acquired over the last couple of weeks. I haven't, well yes, I bought, someone at my Friday group had a garage sale and she was decluttering some of her yarn, and she came in last Friday offering to see if anybody wanted to buy her stuff. So, and I think I ended up taking all the yarn from her. So I acquired 20 balls of Debbie Bliss Amalfi, which is a nice 8-ply mauvey purple. I got 20 balls of it. I really only needed about 5 because I thought I would make something for Scarlett. Yeah, that is 70% cotton, 15% viscose, 10% linen and 5% silk. It's quite a heavy 8-ply, so yeah, it'll be interesting what I come up with the other probably 15 to 17 balls of yarn that I've got of that, because I've got 20. But there's only 100 metres to a ball, I think. Yeah, so yeah, that's the trouble with Debbie Bliss. There's not a lot of meterage. And then I acquired another 20 balls of this one. This is a real nice, real chocolatey blue-based brown. Almost looks a bit purple, depending on how you're looking and what sort of light you're looking at. That's Debbie Bliss's Bella, and that's 85% cotton, 10% silk and 5% cashmere, so it has that real lusciousness, having the bit of cashmere in there, and will probably drape quite well. So not quite sure what I'm going to do with that, but it was a nice colour. And then I also got 5 skeins of this. These are 100 gram skeins, so that's of Nashua Hen. It's Creative Focus linen, so that is 50% cotton, 50% linen. And I haven't worked with linen before. I don't think I've worked with linen before. So, and that's a real pretty. These kind of corally pink peachy colours always grab my attention, and I don't know why, because I love red. I love red, but corally pinks always tickle my fancy as well. So yeah, so I've got that, 5 balls of that. I reckon that nice spring cardigan or something like that, being that it's also an 8-ply as well, will be a bit heavy for full-on summer. And then, so they're the only things that I acquired. And yeah, oh no, something else. Oh, completely forgot about in my finished objects. This is not, I didn't finish this. I got my mum to make this for Scarlett for Christmas. This is one of the Jean Greenhouse's topsy-turvy dolls. So that's Cinderella in one end, and then you flip her over and she turns into, well, still Cinderella, but the maid before she turns into the princess, which I thought is absolutely gorgeous. And for some reason, I never get inspired enough to knit toys, or have the patience to keep going with it, toys. And I'm more about the journey of knitting rather than the finished destination. And I think when it comes to sewing and stuffing, you're losing that knitting element. So I think that's probably why I stall at knitting toys. But yeah, I'm really stoked with that. Maybe that's something that I can do in 2015, is about stepping out of my comfort zone. That's something that I would like to do. Completely finish a toy and try some colour work. I think I need to step out the comfort zone with there a bit. And I've been looking on Ravelry, and there's a couple of things that I might have to do later on. Some gloves or something. And then a few months ago I got inspired to make leg warmers, but that was back at the end of winter. And at the moment leg warmers don't tickle my fancy at all when it's 40 degrees outside. So yeah, although that would be quite a lightweight, easy project to do instead of a big blanket. Hence my my cozy memories, or my memory blanket, hasn't had a workout this past fortnight. And I think all I have to talk about is, two more things, what I'm going to cast on and what's going on at the Guild. So yesterday we had our Christmas show at the Handknitters Guild, and that was really lovely. We had something like, was it 35 or 45 entries into the one skein competition, which was really good. What won was a gorgeous little hat, like sun hat, that Catherine had made, and it had like the brim, the hat part, but it was quite lacy with the brim, and it was quite cute. I think that only one by one, because how we did with the voting is that we had all cups around near each item and buttons, so you voted each, whoever showed up to the Guild got a button to cast their vote, and they got one vote. And yeah, I think Catherine only won by 1 or 2 votes. And what came second was some gorgeous little Christmas baubles that were done in nice sparkly gold yarn, and I think they were crocheted too, but they had the clear plastic or clear glass bauble that had the crocheted on the outside, and they looked really good. And they came in hanging off one of those coffee cup trees, so it was displayed quite well as well. I think that was quite good. And there's a few hats and there was a couple of dolls and some baby clothes and booties and a few shawls and cardigans. And yeah, so it was quite done, and it was good that everybody got involved, which was great. And then we also had a crazy Christmas cheer hat, and one of our members, Shelley, she had what was it? It was what's it called? I know what the hat is. It was just a little black hat. What's it called? I've got one from when I used to horse ride. I can't think of it. And she had all Christmas lights done up around it and had a battery pack so it flashed and a big light globe on the top, and she got something like 24 votes, and to the next person got about 9. So yeah, everybody loved her Christmas hat, and it almost looked like she should have been at Stereo Sonic, which was coincidentally at yesterday as well. It was that brightly lit up and gone off to a disco, so that was quite cute. So the Guild don't have pretty much a month and a bit off now, and we're back on the 16th of January at the RSL Hall on Arthur Street in Unley. We start at midday till about 4 o'clock. Finished a little bit early yesterday due to the heat, and there's air conditioning in the hall, but yeah, it was a bit stuffy, I think, because yeah, everybody was there, but it wasn't too bad, but yeah. And so we go back on the 15th of January. Hopefully it'll be a bit cooler. I think that's about it. I think I've got one more. I'm due to do another podcast in a fortnight, so that'll be just before Christmas. Until then, hope everybody is organised and will be having a break of some sort, or even just get a break. Don't necessarily have to celebrate Christmas. It's just nice to have a break and reflect on life. Until then, I'll see you later. See ya. Again, I forgot to mention, you can contact me through Ravelry. I'm Cola Girl. I'm also Cola Girl 74 on Instagram, and I put I make mention of the podcast through the Handknitters Guild of South Australia Ravelry group. So yeah, those 3 ways if you want to contact me. I've started up a blog, but it's a bit weird trying to figure out how it all works, and that's YarnAdelaide .wordpress.com YarnAdelaide.wordpress.com, I think. So yeah, that would see. Yeah, if you want to get in contact with me or make any suggestions or give me some encouragement. Thanks.